Hey there guys, and welcome to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. As always, we're going over the top posts for the last week, and we'll just hop right into it here. So at the top, this pothole is going to supply us with power for the next 2 hours. I love it. There's just like 2 or 3 squares of water they're using. One of the nice, interesting little things about Factorio, the water's infinite, so even just one little hole can supply a pump literally forever, pretty much. This is the future of our society. This puddle. Yep. For the next 20. Okay, I felt challenged and wanted to try making a compact 4x4 muxer. Wow. This hurts my brain just looking at it. Okay, I kind of see what's going on here though. So this guy... side loading, they're very nicely using the side loading onto underground thing. So yeah, this side loads here and here. This one does the same. This one goes underneath onto there. This one goes here, and we get 4 out. That's actually really neat. This could definitely come in handy. I can't really personally think of a situation where I would need 4 mixed belts, but if you do, this would be really, really nice. Muxers are the hot item this autumn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does seem like the 2 undergrounds where the iron and copper meet are not needed. Okay. Factorio sucks. The hours out of my day. Only hours? Yeah, more like days out of your life, potentially, or more. Give your clock some efficiency modules, and then it can suck days out of one day. Productivity. I run full prop 3 on all my clocks. I get 1.4 days per day. Dude, wouldn't that be great if you could do that? Oh my god, I love it. Forbidden knowledge. Burner inserter. Alright, what am I looking at? I don't... Oh, what, just so you can burn nuclear fuel? I mean, rocket fuel? Yeah. This guy's got nuclear fuel in it. Can you imagine how long that inserter would run for? Oh my gosh. That would be nuts. Thank you, devs, for providing the tools and resources that make the modding community so vibrant. Since I started playing on a modded Minecraft server again, it made me realize how easy we have it with Factorio. 2 weeks of Minecraft server had no less than 2 corrupted configs, 6 hard crashes, 2 players had to have their player data wiped, and the admins had to disable 3 mods, and all plugins just to get the server to run properly again. Even then, it's running at 9 to 12 TPS UPS for US out of 20. It's only maybe 5 major players on. Never experienced that once in Factorio. Yeah, I mean, the modding, the way the mods interact with Factorio works really well. I've almost never, myself, either had a mod that, like, just totally, like, crashed the game or caused a ton of errors or lowered my performance in game. Sometimes it'll give an error on startup, and usually that's because it's like out of date or something, but yeah, that's definitely true. I went to a museum this weekend. All I could think of was this would be cool in Factorio. Oh, dude, I love this stuff in museums. I love seeing this type of stuff. Yes. I agree. This would be absolutely fantastic. It'd be awesome to have even deeper water with resources you can only find with special tech and water platforms. Another reason to replace landfill platforms that don't delete the water. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the devs are missing out on a big opportunity by not having anything that interacts with the water. Like, I know the water is basically just normal tiles, but like a different like look, but like, there's mods. Like, the cargo ship mod has oil in the ocean, so it can be done. If it can be done via mods, I would sure as heck hope it could be done in vanilla. And I just personally feel like they're missing out on a big opportunity by not having like oil at least, or some other rare resource, or just really rich of the current resources that you can maybe find like quote unquote deep underwater. So you could build platforms. Like just building platforms and stuff like out in the water, I think would just add so much more depth and interest to the game. Yeah, like I think that would just be so cool. Bought this game yesterday and played for over 10 hours now. Love this game. Nice. I like the walls or gates are facing the wrong way, but that is a understandable mistake. This rail looks potentially not operable either, but for the first time, man, this is better than my first factory, I'll tell you that much. 199 comments. You can rotate your gates, okay. Yep, I'm glad I'm not the only one who knows that. You can start dreaming of ways to optimize your base. Yes, indeed. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the Ingie works tonight. And dude, this looks like one of the like Redmu or 3RA maps. I think it's Redmu who does these. I always forget. I always mix up the two communities. But yeah, this is some crazy rivers in here. Just a massive jungle. Man, that would be really crazy to play in. There was that like ongoing Reddit thing like several years ago with the toxic jungle, this guy who did it. It was really fascinating. It looks like that's kind of what's going on here. Being played on comfy Factorio deep jungle survival, we don't have mosquitoes, but bladders are just as annoying. What is the greenery? Need to burn some coal. Never realized how badly I like rivers in Factorio, but I guess I'd also need some way to cross them that's not landfill. I mean, there are like hovercraft mods, but yeah. Like I said, I think the water and terrain in general is really lacking in the game, but that's just me. Today I learned you can pick up items from the ground with the right mouse button. Wait, what? You can? Today I found out by mistake that if there are items left on the ground, say by a spill, or more common if you pick up inserter while holding similar while there is an inserter still supplying it, you do not need to hold down F key while awkwardly trying to run over them with fingers that are not meant to work. Simply hold right mouse button with an empty hand while hovering over them and you will pick those loose items up off the ground. Seriously? I did not know that. I had no idea. Thousands of hours in the game and I'm still learning new stuff, man. I always found the F key to be cumbersome. I would definitely agree with that. It is still the only way I know to pick stuff from a belt without mining it. Wow, I truly had no idea you could do this. Use a deconstruction planner. Well, yeah, that's if you have bots. Skill and speed stack. Yes. Dude, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to write that down for like my next tips and tricks video. That is, I don't think most people know that. Dual Coforex enrichment setup. Obviously this video is sped up. Nice. Doing a little bit of smarts to get this working. I was working on oil designs and this has got to be my favorite part that I've come up with. Oh dear God, all the tanks. Please no. So many tanks. It does look quite nice, for sure. You do. Wow. Chris Mod, Placeable OffGrid by John. What sort of insanity is this? What? Make a fun mod that adds every entity in the game placeable off-grid. Does that mean I could use this to place rails off-grid? That'd be kind of nice. Avoiding spaghetti and sprawl. Hey, that's a really nice looking base. I like how they have this divided up into like quadrants. I like it. Pro tip, instead of numpad plus numpad minus, you can rebind alt scroll wheel to resize the concrete placement tool. That's really helpful to know. Random fan art, Factorio digital art testing with my new PC. Nice. I like it. Well, it's a long story. I realized something. I've had this game for years and I don't even know the protagonist's name. See, she have an official or fan-made name. Nope. Tell that today, learn. Okay, so this is kind of like in relation to the other one. But yeah, so you can use numpad plus minus to place more or less tiles to increase the brush size. Tileable late game circuit, green circuits factory, 40 a second. 8 beacons in assembler. Nice. I like it. That's how many? 5 blue belts out. So good, dude. Beacons and modules are so powerful. I think a lot of newer players don't realize. While 12 beacons per assembler might be more UPS friendly, 8 beacons is just so much more resource efficient, and UPS isn't a problem for me yet. That's totally fair, for sure. I do find 12 beacon builds to be a lot easier to get belts through, like when we need a lot of belts. Obviously, they manage here with some nice underground trickery. Usually, I just don't want to think that hard to do that. First ever Reddit post, finally something I want to share. I've only got 1,000 hours in Factorio. Hardly any of it was AFK. I started around version 12 and following the subreddit religiously for a long time and upvoted when I could. I'm 65 years old now and I'm retired, so I spent a lot of time online and playing games. Shout out to the Factorio devs, the absolutely best set of game developers I've ever run across. I'm very much looking forward to 17. Dude, that's awesome. That is so cool. That this like retired guy is playing. That's so awesome. Wife, can't imagine what I'd do when we retire me. Oh, I won't have any problems with that. Like seriously, like in this day and age, if mentally and like mechanically, like with your, you know, your like with your hands, like mechanical skills and mentally, if you were able to, I don't think you would ever be bored once you're retired. Like there are so many games that you could play. like even now, I have like 150 games, 200 games in my Steam library I've never even touched. Like, do you know how long that would last? A ridiculous amount of time. I mean, yeah. The quintessential 60 science pack per minute base. Main bus. Quintessential. Because I can read. No modules. Nice. I like it. This actually really kind of reminds me of the of my belt base, except that mine is one-sided. I do like the double-sided. It definitely adds kind of a different characteristic to things. Seeblock made me boil the spaghetti. Oh my god, dude. Seeblock is ridiculous, I'm telling you. Is it worth buying the game for $30? I've watched videos of Factorio by people like, it looks fun, but I do not know if I should purchase it on Steam. It looks similar to RimWorld, a game I got before full release. I'm wondering if it will have same appeal as RimWorld. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize that there is a demo. Officially bought it on Steam. Nice. The case for shorter train blocks. So, yeah, I've had people ask this before, like why you put a line of signals down instead of spacing them, and this is why. You see how much smoother these are moving? Like you can see how there's like almost a whole line of trains moving simultaneously rather than a start-stop thing. This is why. This is why in some of my bases, a lot of other people do this. They just put tons of signals down because it allows for this compared to this. This is actually a really good example because I have had a ton of people ask me about that. And this is exactly why. Much pleasure, such joy. Atomic bomb. Nice. Oddly satisfying atomic bombs. Yes. That is such a satisfying feeling every time. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Some cool stuff for sure. And, you know, some good tips. Like, I even learned something new and such, which is pretty awesome. So that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.